On the screen. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Adjust this a little bit because I feel like I'm climbing out of it. Good morning. Welcome, welcome to this morning's meditation. We are jamming on the diamond ray, also known associated with the Venus temples for Temple of the Pure Flame. And the pure flame is essentially it is the source light that comes in from spirit, right? It is, or from the collective source. It is when we tune into the crystal quartz at the center of the earth, we're tapping into it. That is like the earth's filtered aspect of the diamond ray. Each of us, as we connect to the diamond, it's the full spectrum, right? And what happens when light hits a prism or a diamond, it fragments out into all of the colors of the rainbow. What is most powerful about the diamond ray, the pure flame, it is the Metatron. Metatron is associated with this flame, with this full body flame, if you will, the full spectrum, which makes it also our blueprint. So as the light is streaming in, it hits, if you will, our body, our soul. Really, it comes through. I like to think of it as like through the planets, like a filter, right? And as it comes through that filter, it branches out, it fragments, and that becomes your color signature, right? That becomes an expression of your soul's electromagnetic signature in its purest form. It's like that's what we come into the womb with, and as we start to acclimate to the system that we're living in during that gestational period, it starts to adjust, it starts to mold and do everything it does. But ultimately, that's what the pure flame is all about, and it is the source. What is most brilliant about it, it is the source of our God power. So when we talk about being a star seed, right, it is the star energy that is living within us that we get to harness. And it is not something that, when we do the light link and connect to the golden flame, it is out there and up there, and we make that connection to spirit. The diamond ray, it is what is when we peel back all of the layers and just keep peeling and peeling and peeling. The diamond ray is that pure, pure frequency at the center in its most pure form. And when we peel back the layers of the astrology and your soul's incarnation in this lifetime, we get into the layers, we get closer and closer and closer to the God spark, the God particle that is living within. But today, the way we connect to this diamond ray is through the Starlink. So we're going to just continue with, we did Starlinks a couple weeks back. But we're just going to turn the volume up and bring us back to essentially our birth, right? Our birth, not only in this lifetime, but our pure, pure form and the pure essence of our soul. So go ahead, let's close the eyes, your eyes, our eyes, all the eyes, open the inner eye, I guess. And as you breathe in and out, just feel the room, feel the environment shifting around you. And already just feel that flame rising up in your system. Our brain is trained to look for energy in very specific ways. It's part of the programming of the matrix that holds us in place, right? And so if we're constantly looking outwards for the energy, we're never going to see the pure flame or the diamond ray. We're never going to see it because it is not outward. It is at the core. It is like the juicy nougat at the center of a really yummy chocolate. Like it is the pure essence and energy that is pulsing not only through our chakras, not only through our meridians, but also through our DNA. So it is what is really at the center of the center of the center. Everything else layers itself into physical form on top of this beam of light. So let's start with our light link, bringing middle finger to thumb, holding that position so you can activate it later if need be. And just sending that stream of consciousness up to the sun and feeling your mind saying a prayer. Let's go ahead and say a prayer here. Nice deep breath, settling in to the moment. Say a prayer of intention, of light, of love, asking for that connection, whatever it is you need for today to be its most brilliant and its most fulfilled. And as you feel yourself settling in, just allowing your inner vision to come into sync with the light of the sun. Let the sun come to you. So often we're going up and reaching and drawing it in. Let the sun come to you as though the clouds are covering it. And as they gently pass by in the breeze, you can feel the sun turning on, not only above you as you imagine it shining down, but you can also feel the mirror inside of you. Excuse me. And I would say in its purest form, the moment we find that sunshine mirroring within us, that's technically when we're activating that diamond ray, but we're going to go deeper, much, much deeper. Because the sun is the golden flame, right? It is the expression, the external expression of the divine, of oneness, of unity, of love, of the Christed light. That is the golden flame. So just settling, taking your time as I'm speaking, observing whether you see it or feel it or sense it or not, observing until it's as though the clouds of your mind have cleared and you can see your own sun illuminated. It's within the pineal gland. Some of you may get the heart. Let's go ahead and just allow that light to shine, to burn like the flame that it is in the seat of your third eye, back there at the center of the skull, just breathing in and out. If you need to imagine a nice breeze coming in to clear the cobwebs and the fog of your mind, or a gentle rain shower blowing through to purify even further the thoughts and the congestion of the world around us, of the matrix. Remember, it trains us to look externally. We are going. This is our involution lance today with this. I'm not sure where this is going to take us. We'll see. Collectively, you're all going to end up doing the same thing because it always works out this way. I want you to imagine that pure flame, that diamond ray that is now burning as the sun inside of your third eye. I want you to imagine it like a marble just dropping through your system. As though we say, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and go. And just allowing it without knowing which way it's going to go, where it's going to land, to ping down and through your body. Notice how it rolls through the physical layers. And this light, the pure flame, is so multidimensional. So we're going to observe it. I'm not able to get much past my heart in terms of observing it. Just notice where it landed, or maybe it went to a ache or a pain or a trauma point for you somewhere in your body, and it's just hovering there. Just let it roll to some place that we're physically connecting with. A nice deep breath in. So we're going to shift dimensions now out of the physical, because this pure flame doesn't really, it runs in physical, but we're doing the involution. We're going within through the different layers, starting on the physical, which is why we start with the sun. All right. Turn the volume up. Allow your mind to just drift Allow that light from wherever it landed in the physical to now, I'm going to say, bleed out, right? To connect with the emotional realm. And the emotions within the body are water. They're energetic. They're both physical and energetic. They have molecules. So we're getting down into the molecular level now when we connect with the emotions. And just allow this beautiful beam of light, this diamond ray, this little ball of starlight within you, wherever it's currently drifting, to begin to melt out, maybe even like a projector, illuminating within your body. And notice how it finds a specific path when we start to move into the etheric. We go from physical to emotions into spirit, our star seeds. That's your higher conscious, not the diamond ray. That's your super conscious. Your higher conscious is just the observer that's up there. They're related, but your higher conscious can get restricted by the confines of the body and the matrix. The super conscious is your God source. That's your Metatronic mind. It does not care about any of the physical constrictions because it's creation force. So as we move from physical to emotional and starting to roll into the etheric, into the starseed, into that higher consciousness self, allowing that light to guide you in. And for me, it looks as though it's like bleeding out like an ocean, right? So it goes from being a fixed orb, a sunlight, an orb of starlight within my body, into my body becomes an ocean of energy. And it's like it's just melted, like butter melting in the pan. It's just melted. And then as we move into these star seeds, of course, this is the actual blueprint. It's like the geometry of your body that organizes the energy. And what I feel is this ocean is being channeled and funneled into a specific trajectory, into a specific path. A current is forming. I want you to take a few breaths here and tune into the current. All right, tune into the current. Notice where it is. You don't have to have light. Maybe you're just envisioning an ocean and you can see that it's being channeled into a specific, like through a channel, really. What do we call that when the ocean goes through a chute? I think it's called a channel, certain channels, right? It brings to mind the straits. That's what I'm almost thinking of, between like Cuba and south of Florida, right? There's a current that the Florida Straits that flow there. It's channeling the energy. And that actually meets up with the Gulf Stream and channels it all the way through. There's a river of energy up to England, to Europe. What keeps England and Europe warm? It's all this warm water that channels through. So I use that somewhat as a distraction because I want you to really find the current in your system, but it's not going to have a physical location, right? It may be you sense movement in your gut, but we've kind of gone beyond the gut at this point. We're really running the back of the Hara chakra, your manifesting chakra. That's our portal point out into the cosmos. And so just feel that current, some force that is pulling you downriver. Allow your body to feel the sensation of it. And it's probably going to be imagining that you're bobbing along in the current and darkness for a moment all around you as we follow this star seed energy, this diamond ray, following it home, following it to its point of origin. And as we come into the channel, we feel it pulling us and allow it. Go ahead and let yourself fall. It's like now we've hit the spiral, if you will. Everything that comes into Earth is spinning. So go ahead. This channel of energy is now found its chute, if you will. and it is being like pumped in and through. It's going to look, I'm going to call it a pipe, like a water slide. I want you just to envision like a water slide, like you're dropping down it or out it. There's not really necessarily an up or down, just recognizing that as you're being pulled, there's a spinning circular motion going along with it. And you may even feel like a top starting to spin for a moment because Earth, what's it do? It spins, right? It creates gravity. So as we connect with this light, we get to unspin it. We're just allowing that cord that was wound tight to release and just let, now moving from the pull, let yourself move into the spin, like being on a swing and just feeling your hands on the swing, your head back, and the momentum swirling you around. Zero effort in this. And as you do, flecks of rainbows, all light, a portal of light illumines completely around you. Just keep spinning and spinning. It may even feel as though, like, if it were to be 3D, paint is flying off you. Just keep spinning and spinning. We're releasing the mind's construct of the density. Our mind, again, doesn't really know how to do this, so let it observe. At your starseed, that eternal source of who you are, return to its nature. Continuing with the spin as we move fully beyond the starseed into the etheric body, out of physical form, out of habit fields. The energy runs and is held within the earth, within a habit field. Beautiful. And I want you now just to be in this spin. Just let your hair, imagining your hair like a anti-gravity type of experience where you just feel yourself becoming lighter and lighter and lighter until piercing through the center of your mind's eye, as though it's rising on the horizon of your consciousness. A light emerges, and that light literally is just coming up and over the edge, much like a sunrise, but so much brighter. Start to drink that light in the same way in a light link that we imagine the sun. This is us rising above the photon belt of cosmos. This is your energy body gaining access to energy that even a year ago it couldn't connect with. We have been ascending out of the Kali Yuga, out of the depths of the ocean of consciousness into a greater level and degree capacity. We were literally cut off. So even in meditation and all the work we could do, there were just layers and intricacies within the fields that could not be perceived. So as you imagine this light rising, it's not even that it comes up like the sun, it just comes closer and closer and closer in until, and it's not a pure white light. This is so much more intense. Let yourself drift into it as a creature of it, returning home. Let your energy field find this light within it. Find the resonance in the same way we imagine the sun externally and then felt it turn on. This light gets to land in our heart. And as you imagine it projecting through your heart, it's as though starburst of light explodes into the room all around you. As it comes out of the heart, it is literally sourcing through the sacred arc. That is the energy center that holds this frequency for us. We don't need to do much here other than let it show you the potential of who you are. Let the vague and distant memories of soul lives and incarnations past awaken within you. And know that your soul is connecting to a dimension and space that supersedes anything known to Earth really for the last 26,000 years as we journeyed through the Kali Yuga. Let layer by layer by layer unearth itself to you different languages, different sounds, different textures, all somewhat imperceptible to the mind, and yet the frequency is known. Don't worry about interpreting or analyzing. Just know that as this is coming through you, through the heart, it is also pulsing through, as you guessed it, every strand of DNA. Let the DNA become the spiral slide that we rode out and are now coming back in and through with this light coursing through our body, as though you can imagine pouring into the heart the billions, if not trillions of, I don't even know how many strands of DNA that you have, all little slides, emptying, dumping a particle of light, just like a grain of sand, into your heart to make this massive explosion of this starlight into your third dimensional reality. Inverting the way the energy is flowing, no longer letting yourself down and dropping in, but feeling ourselves pulling this light up and through because we let down. Finding that toggle point, that inversion, the letdown that was let through. And as you hold this, finding peace in your body, notice the point where we allowed that initial star to drop to the physicality, right? Whether it went to your gut or just down and hovered just above the heart, wherever that marble of starlight dropped to at the beginning. Tune back in and feel how it is now universal throughout your entire system. Feel how, as you are holding this bandwidth and frequency, this frequency is pure creation force light. This is the God particle within you. Not forced, but felt in the same way we felt the current. This isn't your desires. This is the desires of yourself at this dimensional realm. Oftentimes we think of it as like, let God's desire move through me. But dimensionally, there are many layers of you. There's the layer of you that we really don't consciously connect with, that is interfacing with the collective field. So feel yourself where within this, as you channel this light, as you draw it through, as you transmit this energy, where that most highly expressed aspect of you that is God, that is one with the Metatronic field of light, filtering, streaming it down, spinning it into creation, into the creation that you are. As we take a nice deep breath in, it now, that projection that was spilling out of the heart to be channeled through the sacred arc, like an Olympic flame rising up, illuminating again from within all of the DNA within your fields, focalizing into your pineal gland, breathing in and out, and calling forward your prayer. Letting your prayer be answered through this portal that you are holding open within your body. Prayer for peace, for completion, for wholeness, for happiness, whatever it may be. To have a critical need met, whatever it may be. Feeling its answer not coming from out there, but through you. All that is needed, all that is light, all that is love. Manifest into form as your body, as your brain acclimates to holding the frequency. Go ahead and roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, make a fist, open it, shake the hands out. Open the chest, let your body yawn it open, stretching the arms back, fingertips open, feeling that light projecting out through your hands. You feel yourself in this field of energy. We were bringing it through the DNA. It's working its way into the molecules, and from the molecules from the heart into the toric fields. There we go. You guys just landed it right there. Feeling that sun shining down again. You, equally as powerful as the sun, if not more so. Intentional creation force. Nice deep breath in. Welcome back, my loves. May it be the most beautiful day. I hope it is full of light and love. May all of your prayers be answered, and may you continue to remember to pray throughout the day and let it be seen. Let it be known. You don't know whose life you're going to inadvertently touch and be an earth angel. So with that, namaste.